Imagine, right, struggling this much to beat a car from 2005. A car that's 15 years old. Imagine that. Ah! Yes. Touching the... Oh, that was a big one! Hey guys, Jimmy here, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing some driving. Weird, right? I know I've not done much sim stuff recently, but TLDR, I'm having some issues with my back, and it means that driving is a bit uncomfy at the moment. So, getting better, not quite 100% there yet, but I want to do some driving because I've got this fake race car in my room and I can't use it. And also because this weekend is the Istanbul GP. F1 is going back to Turkey. And the reason for that is just the pandemic. F1 wouldn't be going back there otherwise, I don't think. In my mind, in that relationship, F1 plays the abusive ex-girlfriend that left you 5 or 6 years ago and then suddenly calls you one day and goes, please come back. No one's interested in me anymore. And then Istanbul goes, yeah, sure. Anything you want, I'll come back. And then they get literally dumped again in the 2021 calendar. But Istanbul circuit is a fun circuit to drive, but it's been a long time since I've gone round it personally. I think the last time actually was when GNS won a round of the VEC in the GTR LM. That's how long ago it was. So I thought, given that the lap record for Istanbul is probably going to be completely smashed, is do it first. Screw you, Mercedes. But just before I get into that, if you do enjoy the video at any point, I very much appreciate you hitting that like button, hitting the sub button, because we're getting closer and closer to the big 600k subscribers, and you guys help me get there. Thank you very much. So before I show off my Chad Sim Racing skills, I thought it would be a great idea to show you around the circuit, because I realise a lot of people might not actually know the track. There might be quite a few new F1 fans since the circuit was last on the calendar, and given that I'm rapidly approaching boomer age, and that I know the circuit quite well, that I would show you around in the car that currently holds that record. The McLaren MP4/12 as driven by Juan Pablo Montoya.
Fucking idiot, you broke my fucking head.
Yeah, that guy. This is the last V10 McLaren F1 car and has about 950 brake horsepower. All of it naturally aspirated, so it does the big re. His record race time was a 1:24.7. I'm probably not going to be anywhere near that, but at least I can show you around, right? So we're in the Macca, and it sounds fantastic. V10, baby! So we're going to go take it for a lap. Now, we have traction control in this car, which I'm going to be utilising massively throughout the lap. And we're running sort of a standard wing, just because that's what I feel is best, just to show you around. Let's then come on to our flying lap at Istanbul, first time round. So start, finish straight. Not the longest straight on the circuit, but we're going to look immediately over to the right-hand side of the track for the 100-metre marker. Ignore that. Brake just past it. Turn in for T1. A little bit wide of the apex there. Run a little bit of speed through. Use the downforce. Now up the hill. Another blind turning point up here. So I'm going to guess it. About here. Roll the car in. Back on the throttle nice and early. And then now for this quite clumsy downhill section of this car. Got to make sure we're not activating the TC too much. Roll her out to the outside. Very nice. 5th gear, up to 6th gear already, 300 k's before braking, uphill before T7, and now we come to the infamous T8. Not quite flat in this car, but amazing to watch. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. A little bit tight there through the corner, but awesome to go through at that speed, and then down through the gears again. Slowest corner on the circuit, one of them anyway. And now onto the back straight, fastest point on the track. We collect that V10 run free. Run re. Gonna get to nearly 200 mile an hour. This is where Vettel and Webber had their hilarious crash back in 2011, 2010. Man forgets. Easy, bit of understeer on the way in there, pushing a little bit too much, but the car sort of encouraged you should do it. Bad influence, this thing. And we come across the line. It's not going to be very fast. A 1:27.1, so that's like 2-point-something seconds, 2.4 seconds off the fastest race lap ever set here. But man, it's good to go around Istanbul in a car that doesn't quite have the massive downforce of a modern F1 car, because T8 is actually a challenge. That being said, let's go drive the modern F1 car where T8 will not be a challenge. So we switch over to Supermax, so the Dutch people don't come and break my legs. And just going to run the baseline setup and see how much quicker we are. I assume we're going to be a little bit quicker. I don't see why we wouldn't be. And I foresee T8 in this car just being flat, just being easy. The rest of the circuit, don't really know. We're going to go out on baselines we usually do, see what sort of time we do, and then sort of build from there. So using magic, I've got rid of that annoying center pillar in the halo. As you can see already, DRS detection zones all the way down this back straight. So that's where the hyperspeed is going to happen. Just on the balance low setting for now on the ERS, just for our first lap. Come round the last corner. And here we go then. Lap of Istanbul Park in a modern F1 car. This should be fairly quick, I imagine. On the anchors, turn her in. Oh my god, so much more grip than the 2005 car. I mean, what do you expect? This car's come a long way since then. Sounds a lot worse though. Oh my god. I'm actually driving a bit too slow. I'm driving as if I was still driving that Macca, so I'm not taking the speed into the corners like I should be. Even on these medium tyres, there's just infinitely more grip. Of course, you are running slicks as well. They weren't then. Up to the middle sector. Nice big lock up on the way in because that's what Chads do. And now we get to see what T8 is going to be like. I'm not going to lift. Medium tyres, quite a lot of fuel. It's just easy. It's just, this could go faster. That is ridiculous, the amount of grip we have around there. Absolutely insane. Christ. I feel for the drivers this weekend. Their necks are going to be the big broken after this. So, DRS zone now. Where it be? There it be. Open her up. Up to top speed now. Not quite gaining much though. Actually probably slower than the Macca down the straight here. For now. Of course, you rely more on DRS for that ultimate top speed than just pushing through it with raw power. For the last sector, a bit clumsy. 27 odd to beat. Oh wow. I actually go slower. Wow, okay. Why was I slower? My thinking is because I just wasn't really using much of the boost through the corners. I'm actually quite slow in a straight line compared to that McLaren, which is this missile down the straights and acceleration. So I think basically I lost out in acceleration. So what that means is we're going to go turn it up now and do that again. Right, so we're going to go up to, let's go to hot lap mode on the medium tyres and see how much of a difference that makes. I always like sort of ramping it up progressively just to get a better idea of where the speed is. But I'm sure taking a bit of fuel out and putting the tyres in, oh god, will definitely help. Oh Jesus! Well, I'm rusty as fuck. Right, let's try again, but this time with less spinella. That'll be ideal. So, carry a bit more speed into the first corner. Aim for the bollard. A couple of stab and turn in, but we made it work. Nice through there, nice and smooth. I reckon we can take probably quite a bit of downforce off this and still get through these corners quite easily. So that'll be my next port of call, but good to turn it up first and see what difference that makes. This thing really is just planted to the floor. You have to be a bit of a tip to spin it, which is why I spun it. T8 this time with a bit more speed. Just don't even notice the difference. Not at all. Zero difference. Right on the bottom here. Try and get on the throttle as quick as we can out of there. Not sure what our delta is, but we're draining the battery down the straight as you really should be doing. Much faster down here now. We're going to not have anything, I think, coming out of the last couple of corners, but that's okay. Pull up a little bit too thirsty, it seems. Messy. But a lot quicker. 24.8 to beat, 24.7 to beat, and that was a 25.8. So we're now a lot faster. So let's now make some setup changes. First of all, let's get rid of those fucking medium tyres. They can shit off. Get the soft tyres on there. Get Oil Man to drink our fuel, so we have less fuel. And then go fast. So you know when you make setup changes, people say you should change one thing at a time. Nah, I've got the soft tyres on now. I've adjusted my camber a little bit as well, trying to give me a little bit more bite in the bottom sections through there. I've also changed the tyres and taken off a fair bit of downforce. So all those things together, hopefully I'll magically be quicker and not have another spin. Right, I am confident this lap is going to be a fair bit quicker if I can avoid making a tit out of myself, which, you know, I'm very good at. In fact, I've made a career out of it. Oh my god, the turn in there on those new tyres. severe is how I'd explain it. Already a quarter of a second up, just through that first corner alone. And to be honest, I'm not missing that downforce I've taken off at all. Not missing it, so that's a good thing. Means to go up a higher top speed at not much cost. Now through turn 8, let's see how this aero does through here. There's still room to take off more, I think, to go quicker. 0.8 of a second now. We're going to gain a huge chunk of time down the straight. They're just gaining time all the time. We're full throttle in a straight line. We're gaining. This is where the less downforce will affect us a little bit coming through here. Tidy. I don't think it's going to be quick enough though. Oh, 24.9. So we're still outside the record. Man, what was that lap that Juan did, man? Juan? How did he yeet that round there so quickly? That's so fast. I mean, I should be smashing that lap time in this car. Absolutely obliterating it. This car is faster everywhere. So maybe the problem is the guy behind the wheel. No, that can't be it. I've just realised that I've not been wearing my fragility protection gloves. Man's got to go to the clinic after this. Jesus. I also realised as well that on my last lap I had my recovery on. So let's turn that off to give us better braking capability. And hopefully, twin with me driving better, that should give us a time. Anyway, let's go. Bit of chunder steer through there, but it's okay. I also took off a bit more downforce. I'm playing with fire, I know, but I've got to see what happens. Ah!
Pronto, Jimmy?
Oh. Hello, guys.
Svignata.
Right, ignore that, lads. Totally didn't happen. Not this guy. No spinning on this channel. Let's try again. This time, let's do it better. This time! Surely! Come on, Jimmy, stop being terrible! See, as a result, I was hesitant through there. I lost a bit of time. Big technical driving, Jimmy. Well, we gained that time back, but of course, already know that I can gain a tenth there in that first bit alone. Come on, Jimmy, drive better, please! Come on, gaining a bit of time back, gaining a bit of time back. Okay, we will gain time on the straights because we've got less wing. All we need is 2 temps. 2 temps to get inside the time. I'm in tryhard mode now. I can feel the sim racing sweats coming on. Oh, you're shitting me! No! God damn it! I had 2 temps. I had 2 temps! Imagine, right, struggling this much to beat a car from 2005. A car that's 15 years old. Imagine that. Ah! I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this one. I said don't spin the bastard! God damn it! Come on. Guts theme. Let's do it. That was apparently very quick through there. All you got to do is nearly die. That ain't quick though. Or apparently it is. Slow, slow. That runoff is grippy. This is not a good lap, but we're up. To the line! Oh, finally! a 24.5. I just about beat a car from 2005. God. But yeah, sorry, I had to restart recording again because I ran out of space to record because I'm very prepared. But this track is quite fun for hot lapping. It's just a shame that I'm so bad at it and that I can only just be a 15-year-old lap record. Mediocre sim racing is what I promise, and mediocre sim racing is what I deliver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, of course, and I appreciate it if you tap that like button, tap the sub button. And as always, a massive thank you to my patrons and to channel members and sponsors for supporting this video. It means a lot to me. Take care, have an awesome day. See you all next time.